The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. A military factory in Iran was hit by a drone strike carried out by a still unidentified attackers last night. Iran's defense ministry said it caused only minor damage and that there were no casualties. Officials added that they were able to destroy at least 3 drones using air defenses. In July, Tehran arrested a sabotage team made up of Kurdish militants working for Israel. They reportedly planned to blow up a defense industry center in the Iranian city of Isfahan. Over in Ukraine, rubble covered the floor of the Kherson Regional Clinical Hospital in the aftermath of Russian shelling over the weekend. Officials say 3 people were killed by the Russian strikes, while 6 others were left injured. Other civilian infrastructure damaged by the shelling included a school, a bus station, a post office, a bank, and several residential buildings. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky calls for speedier delivery of weapons to Kyiv to maintain its defenses against Russia. Zelensky says Ukraine is in, quote, very tough situation and needs a new type of armor to withstand Russian attacks. The Ukrainian leader said it needed faster delivery of supplies and weapons to counter Russia's efforts in exhausting their forces.
Розвідки доповідав про те, як ситуація може змінитись найближчим часом. Робимо все, щоб наш тиск все ж переважив штурмові можливості окупанта. І дуже важливо при цьому зберігати динаміку оборонної підтримки від наших партнерів. Швидкість постачання була і буде одним із ключових факторів.
In response to Zelensky's call for aid, the United States and Germany have announced that they will send battle tanks to aid Ukraine. The question is, are these tanks powerful enough to end Russia's invasion as it enters its 12th month? Let's find out in this report.
Wir werden der Ukraine auch Kampfpanzer zur Verfügung stellen vom Typ Leopard 2.
What these kinds of weapon systems like the M1 tank, the Leopard 2, the Strykers, the Martyrs, it gives them an offensive mechanized armored punching force that can carry out offensive, create penetrations in the Russians' lines, that also potentially can produce surprise and shock. And surprise and shock for a defender can be a really powerful thing. And the other thing this counteroffensive punch gives the Ukrainians is the ability to have the initiative. And the problem with the U.S. tank is fuel consumption. In terms of the idling needs for this turbine engine, what it gives the Ukrainians is a very sophisticated fire control system. It can hit a moving target out to 2,000 meters on the move across rough terrain. As an example, it has a night vision capability, has a laser rangefinder, and it has a very good protective capability for the crew in the tank.
Adding Abrams to Ukraine's defense capacity is an important step. I just wish it was a step taken in a way that got these tanks there in the next few months and not in 10 months or, for that matter, 2 years. And there are other options. There are Abrams tanks, I believe, in Europe. There are Abrams tanks set to go to different American partners around the world, including Egypt. They could be rerouted to Ukraine, so they got there expeditiously. But again, I think that the administration's caution remains an unfortunate aspect of their policy. I mean, to be prudent, of course, is essential. But to recognize when your partner, meaning in this case Ukraine, has the ability to deal a decisive defeat to your opponent, and Russia is very much a foe of the United States. It's just an absence of resoluteness on the part of the White House. So they will claim credit for sending the Abrams, and they will hope people don't read the fine print.
We will be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. An asteroid the size of a small truck passed by the Earth last Friday in one of the closest approaches ever recorded. Asteroid 2023 BU was projected to fly over the tip of South America just 2,200 miles above the Earth's surface. Because the asteroid came so close to the Earth, the planet's gravity is seen to significantly alter 2023 BU's path around the Sun. 64-year-old actress Jamie Lee Curtis says she never thought she would get an Oscar nomination. More in this video from the Associated Press.
I had to be open to the possibility of it. Some people had whispered in my ear, and yet I'm sober 24 years in 2 weeks. And being sober, you live in a reality. It's not magical thinking. It's not a fantasy life. This is my real life. And I am not the determiner of that happening. I have to accept what happens. And so I was in full acceptance in that moment and was shocked, and then thrilled because I'm 64 years old. I've been an actor since I was 19. I made horror films and sold yogurt that makes you I never thought I would hear my name at the Oscars.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Coming right up is Agenda at 8 a.m. I'm Diego Castro, your One News. All sides, all the time.